The end of FaZe Clan. Ooh. I done heard a lot of allegations about them niggas recently. But not even like all of them, just like certain people. Like, for example, I forgot his name. But he was the one that owned the shit. He basically scammed Aiden Ross, quote unquote. I don't know how true it is. And then Plague Max left FaZe. And then like a couple other people left FaZe now. So now I'm curious as to why. Let's get into it.
Massive day for the unemployed. FaZe Clan is over. FaZe Clan drama explained. Temperrr versus Rain allegations. So what
See,
the hell
them look like some OGs
30-year-old man
from the OG FaZe.
Yeah, so FaZe Rain called Temperrr up a file.
This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I had a threesome with 2 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what?
What? That nigga cannot be dead ass. If that nigga's dead ass, throw him underneath the prison immediately. As a matter of fact, don't even throw him underneath the prison. Bring him out into the middle of the yard in the middle of the night, or in the middle of the street in the middle of the night, and beat him with stones and bars of soap, and then throw him in jail. So what the hell are we doing? That is.
Like, how
no.
could you tell me that? I'm not gonna be on a team with a. I'm not gonna be on a team with a. I just refuse to. You know what I mean? He has to own up to that. I'm not even saying publicly, but within us, and just be 100, bro. Just be like, bro. And he did admit to it on the call, by the way.
To us, this is crazy, but the FaZe Clan, it's an average Tuesday. You know, just throw it up
average
to it. We'll
Tuesday.
forgive ya.
Banks is acting like it's news to him, but again, he can deny it all he wants. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Just look at this dude. If an Indian scam center calls FaZe Banks, the call will end with them being scammed. Before the accused even had time to make his video, Banks came out with a 9-minute response.
First thing I'm gonna say in this video is I'm not a pedophile. Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out.
The FaZe member Rain is referring to in that clip is Tommy. I know this because of a phone call we had between myself, Tommy, Apex, and Rain. To be clear, Tommy denied any wrongdoing and no conclusion was came to on that call. This all stems from a conversation that Norden and Tommy had between themselves one-on-one years prior.
So what I'm saying is, this nigga hopped on that train early because I feel like the nigga knows that that shit is right. Or he doesn't know that if that shit is right, but he just wants to save his ass. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. But that's how I feel about it. If you hop on that shit before anybody even say anything about it or bring anything up to you, I feel like you're just trying to cover for your ass. Which he wouldn't be wrong for doing because he is completely under fire right now. Or at least he was. I don't know how he is now.
Sorry, if you're a FaZe fan in Big 2025, you're either like 13 years old or
what happened to the
handicapped.
quality?
I feel horrible, man. I wish it never happened. I'm sorry I didn't speak out sooner, but I hope you can understand that it's hard. I loved this guy. I was a huge fan of him growing up. I didn't know what to do. Part of the reason I left FaZe was because of it. I couldn't be side by side with someone who did something like that. I wanted to speak, but just felt so bad, and eventually I just couldn't take it anymore. Love you whether you understand me or not.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What the... I'm not going to say you're responsible for other people's actions, but you are responsible for what you do. So with that information, you just decided to leave it in the dark and said, nah, fuck it. Okay. Come on, bro. What the hell?
Pushing 40 and saying I love you to strangers on the internet is crazy work. Like, I don't know any of you, but I do like donations and money and subscribers and views. Anyway, Temperrr, the accused, actually replied himself.
One day I go to New York and I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
that means you need to report your homie. Like, you need to go check that nigga then. If that was the case, y'all both wrong, but you still need to check him because your homie put you on with that person to begin with. And you went to a club, so that means he got her into the club and she wasn't 21 because it was a 21 plus club. Yeah, that's a L homeboy. Yeah, his homeboy need his ass whooped too. What the fuck is
I
that?
don't even have to sit here and justify this age gap like Sneeko or something being like, oh, it's okay in Saudi Arabia.
So if you're watching this in Saudi Arabia...
I feel like that's a pretty big detail
What
that
the
Rain
fuck was
omitted
that?
there. Junkie Phase Rain made it sound like this dude was straight up on the flight logs, but this guy met the girl in a nightclub, so yes, that does in fact change things.
How do you want to bring this up, Banks? I did it. I didn't even want to bring your name up in this, bro, but you made that video.
Dare I say Freudian slip, Banks was real scared, bro.
So this nigga made the video first, and then that's what. Yeah, that means I know that nigga knows something. He had to know something, or he's just trying to cover for his ass. There's no fucking
Boy
way.
is literally 40 doing this stuff. He's Tectone's age.
You lied in that video. You're making shit up. Bro, even that tweet that you posted under, I screenshotted in case you deleted because I just don't trust you, bro.
Trust Phase Banks or Draw 25? Rug and Jeb are like the only decent OG Phase members.
This is so bad. He said he's gonna kill himself if this shit ever comes out, and that's why I feel extra fucking bad, bro.
To add a little more context, Phase Temperrr is currently a dad, and he came out as well with a couple of responses, and we'll check those out thoroughly.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this, and that my name is in the same breath as the word pal, is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me, and I will never be that person. It's so mind-blowing that someone that I really built a brotherhood with, someone that I really considered a brother, that I invited to my baby shower, that I always looked after and took care, and then when you were going through your darkest days, I was there for you, and I was making sure that you were good.
I'm sorry, but Phase Clan...
Alright, now I'm fucking confused. Wasn't that the nigga beforehand that literally just said that he was messing around with a 17-year-old? Like, wasn't that the same clip? Am I tripping? My brain hurts. I'm lost. I might be tripping. He might go back over it again. Hold on, let's see.
That is so corny. If you think your homeboy's a pred, you should probably hit the police instead of, you know, putting it on Twitter
Exactly.
to talk and get some attention. Anyway, some funny DMs leaked of Temperrr from like 2012. Kid, you hang out with 16-year-old girls. Stop acting like a hard ass, you fucking pedophile. Mind your own business. What if I like...
That's still a crazy ass fucking joke, bro. Come on, bro. That.
I think being a... Lol, JK, man, they're pussies. I'm just a rape.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Yeah.
Albeit, it was 2012, and
Yeah.
ironically, funnily enough, some messages leaked of Phase Rain being weird as well. Adapt sister, though. I think the oldest sister he has is 10, you creepy f***. In my mind, she'll always be 12.
Something to say about the Tommy situation.
Yeah, I forget. 2012. And through like 2015, 2016 was a different era of funniness and shit like that. They was on that edgy humor, so I'm not excusing it, but it's like it's still a bad joke. But I keep on forgetting those are completely different eras. I think during this time I was like 2012. Let me see. It's fucking like 10. No, I was like 8. Damn.
Because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit because originally it was two 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and you didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated the same way if you said you didn't know. Because that changes everything. But you never said that. Not once. Literally not once. This is news to me that you didn't know, okay?
Does he know?
And I'm not trying to make it about myself in any way, shape, or form. By the fuck way. I don't want anything. I love my life.
Who are you trying to convince, though? Us or yourself? Like, you love your life. Cool. I feel like that doesn't need to be stated.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to make it about me, even though I know me saying it's not fair to me makes it sound like it's about me. But I don't mean it like that.
Sure, buddy.
People still run on that drugs, and I was a pussy trying to myself. I acted like I enjoy recreational drug use. You're an idiot. I work out every single day. I take care of my dog every single day. I fucking stream every single day. I work on every single day. Trust me, bro. I love who the I am. I love everything I've overcome.
Bro is throwing around some super serious, life-shattering allegations and talks about himself and his drug use and how much he loves his life right after. You can't.
Okay, now I'm fucking lost. Like, now we're starting to lose the plot here. Like, is this nigga deadass being like, is it true? Is it not true? Is it, like, now it's like you don't know who to believe. So, like, but like I do with everything, I take everything with a grain of salt. I'm still taking it with a grain of salt, but you're confusing me. Like, what the hell is going on?
Brother, I have known you since you were 14 years old.
Okay, maybe not say that, considering of what he's accusing you of.
You don't even understand the levels of damage that you just inflicted into my life, into my family's life.
This you? She was 13 turning 14 soon, so she pretty much 15, but 15 is the new 60. 79! Yesterday, I watched someone I once called a brother go online, call me a pred, and laugh about it. Today, I was cut off the roster. Watching someone I once trusted turn something that serious into entertainment is evil. This isn't content. These lies have real consequences for me, my family, and my son. And instead of a call or text, I was just cut off the roster today. No conversation. And just did, he posted. I'm glad we could agree I don't deserve the label. Thanks for the apology, I guess. Thanks for ruining my life. Showing a video that Rain posted and ended up deleting.
But I do want to say this. I want to first and foremost retract the statement that I called him a because that wasn't fair to do when they supposedly did not know this girl's age. I've known Tommy for 15 years. It's not like he ever went around preying on young girls or telling me he likes young girls or any of these things. So that's why I was such a shock when he told me what he told me. He just never told me that he didn't know their ages. If he did, it'd be a whole different story.
Then ask him. This guy's...
Exactly. Fucking ask the nigga. That is a whole different type of topic to be talking about, bruh. That is life ruining. Like, completely. When you do shit like that, that mess around and fuck up people's motion, fuck up people's, like, regular family homes and shit like that. Like, you literally getting people harassed and shit. Like, bro, go get your full proof. See, I'm glad I took it with a grain of salt. Like, bro, what the hell? Like, come on, bro. You got the nigga number. I know you do. Or you got that nigga on some type of socials or something. But instead of reaching out to him, you gonna just go and just throw this shit on the internet. He should, like, if I was the other nigga, I would sue him for defamation. Even though what he did still was wrong. It's the fact that he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still not justifying what he did. Don't get it twisted. I'm not justifying none of that shit. But to throw these type of allegations at people without knowing the full story is fucking insane. Like, you made it seem like this nigga literally goes around, like, looking for younger people whenever this particular case was not that. Like, come on, bro.
Supposed to be your friend, you know, ask him for some details. You hands down accused this guy of, like, the most serious crime in the world, aside from, you know, like, being a Kai Cenat fan.
Whole different story. I don't know their ages, right?
We're throwing shots at Kai. What Kai do?
I never would have felt as deep about it as I did. And I never would have wanted him to step down in 2023 if he didn't know their ages. I thought he did know their ages. And then even when we talked about it after, he didn't say he didn't know their ages. And I don't know why. Sometimes, and also, I've known him, and then also with Emma bringing it up, he just sometimes sells the fucking bag. He just sells the bag when it comes to delivering all the right information. You know what I mean? He doesn't say it all the right way. You know, maybe he was frantic and just didn't know what to say or do, so he just withheld that information, which I don't think he realized would have not made me look at him in that light if he was truly ignorant to the fact that they were under 18.
Even if that's the case, why didn't you go talk to him about that? Why didn't you go and try to clarify first? Go get your clarification. You got all the time to talk to this nigga. Because you could have hit him with a, so you mean to tell me you intentionally went and did this with 16-year-old? And then he probably would have told you no. Right there. But nah, you just went with, like, come on, bro.
Who even needs enemies when you got friends like Rain? Like, god damn, bro stabbed him in the back pretty much. And then he deleted the video for some reason?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if he knew that, it would be a whole different story. If I knew that, it would be a whole different story. So I do apologize for that. I do want to retract that label because that label
It's too late for an apology.
So evil, had no fucking idea, and they were latching from a girl who snuck into a club that was 21 plus and got with a guy who was older, not known.
Now that's not fair in his particular case. Whoever was supposed to be at the security thing and let them in, they're dead wrong. But his friend is even worse for setting him up with younger girls, because his friend probably knew and he didn't know. Like, that's even worse. But my nigga, he was just completely set up as a whole. The people at the beginning or at the damn front that let him in, that's the first setup. Second setup was the homie that put him on. And then now, the damn nail in the coffin almost, no, not even almost, is his homeboy right here. Like, damn. Just completely ruined his shit.
Get their reality TV garbage like Love Island, and this is what we get as men. We gotta step up the production value here. Whoa, breaking news.
Wait, what the
Alleged
fuck?
streamer FaZe Lacey had his opinion on the matter.
FaZe Rain, FaZe Banks, FaZe Temperrr, do this, do that. Stop putting FaZe in front of people's names who aren't FaZe. So I'm tired of this falling onto us and our name getting dragged down and all the work we put in to build our group up to what it is right now because of old shit that we had nothing to do with.
Guy is genuinely so stupid he can't not be playing a character. You know what I mean? That's kind of what happens when you join a freaking team or an organization.
That's the part that really makes me scared about joining organizations and all that, because all it takes is one person to fuck up, and since you're associated with them, now you're part of it, whether you want to be or not. That's really the scariest part about that shit. So if this person over here is on that pedophile shit, that means now they're going to assume that you know and that you're part of it. And now you're going to get doxxed and all this shit. And people are going to be fucking with you thinking that you know the whole time you could have never known. Because they think that y'all all talk to each other about every single detail. Not everybody talks to each other like that. Like, y'all all might be cool with each other, but y'all don't tell everybody every last single detail about your life. Like, come on, bro. But that's why it makes me shaky about trying to join a group. I might not. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know?
You gotta deal with the baggage. You joined the team and signed the contract despite their reputation, and you gotta deal with the consequences. But I don't blame you too much. FaZe Banks is like the greatest con man in history.
I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17. And that's the age of consent in New York.
Bro knows off the top of his head, but like, why would you even mention that?
But
Exactly.
regardless, I was sick to my stomach. It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation.
The girl is also kind of retarded for like going to a club like that and not disclosing her age when it's sort of implied she's 21 if she's in a space like that.
So I just...
Yeah, that would fucking suck. You would think that, like, say you go into a club, you party and all that, you with all your homeboys, this girl feeling you, so you assuming everybody in here is at least 21 plus, right? So you ain't gotta check them and all that shit. Everybody in here is supposed to be 21 plus. But the people at the front desk, they ended up letting somebody get by that was not 21. Like, that's complete sabotage right there. Like, I don't give a fuck if they look pretty enough. Nigga, check that ID. I don't care if they look like they of age. Check the motherfucking ID. That's what you get paid to do. Check it. And shit like this wouldn't happen.
This is something that is going to follow me around forever. And it's just sick because people on the internet will take things and twist it into something that it isn't and just keep running with it.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel bad for this dude. If this is indeed the case and he didn't know about her age and found out after, this kind of just shows that his friends are huge pieces of shit.
100 people in my mentions like, yo, you a pedophile, dog? Nah, no shot. Not about to just like stay quiet. I've been too quiet for too long.
Please, for the love of God, just keep it that way. Even the virgins on Reddit are calling out Rain. every single time I see FaZe Rain go viral on my Twitter feed, it's a video of him saying, I'm gonna expose everything. I've been quiet for too long. There's so much shit I haven't said. I've been over LMAO. Man, FaZe Clan. All my homies hate FaZe Clan. And I don't mean individuals. People like Jason are cool, and honestly, Adapt is a funny guy too. FaZe Clan used to be about gaming, and now it's like drama for prepubescent teenagers. You ruined your own life, to be fair. Even if you're at a club, you're pushing 30 with the online presence you have, you should be asking for the age regardless.
To be fair, you ruined your own life, to be fair, even if you're at a club. Nigga, the club is 21 plus. +21. That means you should know, or you should feel safe that everybody in this bitch is 21 plus. Not defending them. Don't get it twisted, like I said before. Not defending them. But if I'm in an area, I'm going to think everybody's 21 plus, but even me, I'm still checking that ID. Hey, I'm going to need to see some type of verification, some type of something. I swear to God, if you pull out a high school ID, I'm reporting your ass and getting you kicked out of here. Yeah, I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck. You could have got me caught up and had me in a case and all that shit. And you wouldn't, and you or your parents would not have hesitated to put me on that damn pedophile list. No. You will not have me on no damn list. Let me see some ID. Oh, you ain't gotta see my ID. All right, bet. Bye. I'm leaving. Or I'm getting away from you. We not talking no more. I'm not doing it.
Who goes to a club bar that's 21 plus and asks everyone's age? Even if you do ask, how do you know they aren't lying about their age?
Exactly.
It's not even like a crazy assumption to make that if somebody lies to get into the club, they'll probably lie about their age if you ask them outright. So, like, weird argument. Very unfortunate situation. And honestly, the only reason I'm somewhat leaning towards Temperrr's side is because Rain started to post random things, then retracted his apology, deleted it. It's just coming off as incoherent. Something that is coherent is that Lacey most likely view bots and that FaZe Banks is 40 and should get off the internet forever.
Damn. That. Hold on. What the fuck?
Must stop giving conservatives this free gold Trump survivor coin. Starting this month.
Anyways, W video about WestJet. I'm gonna make sure to leave the video in the description. But
decomposed body.
Bro, hey.
Massive day for the.
Long story short, W video by WestJet. I'll make sure to leave this video in the description. And moral of the story, check that ID. I don't care if she looks like she's of age. I don't care if he looks like he's of age. Whatever you may like. Women, like, ladies, check that age. Men, check that age. If they not pulling out an ID card, certification, some type of something, you probably need to walk away. If they have a problem with telling you their age, you probably need to walk away. Because, as we just seen, a 21 plus club is still not even safe because the niggas at the front door is not even doing their fucking job. So, yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord. And stop by the stream sometimes. Without further ado, I'll catch y'all later.